friends. We cannot pretend, but we gon' do it, we gon' do it, we gon' be all in.
What's poppin', y'all? It's me, AHSEEAH, back here again with another video for you guys. Today's video is going to be college advice for incoming freshmen. So without further ado, let's get into the video. This video is advice for incoming freshmen for college. Before I went into college, I watched a lot of incoming freshman college advice videos just because I wanted to get like a feel for what college was going to be, and I feel like not many of them actually prepared me for what was going to happen in college. I feel like a lot of them were like the show Grownish, which is definitely not a reality of what's going on in college in my opinion. But yeah, so let's get into it. The first piece of college advice that I have for you guys is, if you don't know what you want to do or not 100% certain of what you want to do with the rest of your life, go into college as exploratory, which is a major, which is really not a major, but it's basically a declared major. And basically what you do is you just take a lot of your general education courses first, which you have to take gen ed courses from most colleges. So you take those first in order to get like an overall feel for, like, first of all, what college is, and second of all, they're like your general education courses are wide range. You take art classes, you take gym classes, you take history classes, you take all these classes. It's basically like taking high school courses, but not really, but harder because they're college. But it's just a wide range of courses that you have to take, and it allows you to get a feel for, like, okay, what do I want to do? Is this something that I want to do with the rest of my life? They teach you things that you may or may not need to know. So yeah, when I went to Purdue, as you guys know, I only went there for like 3 days. I was declared pre-pharmacy, which I still am going into the medical field, but once I transferred to University of Indianapolis, they made me be exploratory, which I feel helped me, because my first semester all I was doing was taking a lot of like different classes like history and stuff like that, which made me realize I don't want to go into an English-based major or do English-based anything for the rest of my life, because it's just not for me personally. But I feel like it really helped me make that decision. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. The next piece of advice that I have for you guys is, don't be afraid to change your major, but make sure you still finish in your goal time, which is most people's 4 years. When you go to college, as if you didn't declare exploratory, you may get into your major and realize, ooh, this ain't for me. Or for some people, they can't pass the courses in their declared major, which to most people is a sign that that's not the place for you, because you can't pass the class. And you know, the classes are like a peek inside of what your potential career could be. So there's nothing wrong with changing your major, but the thing about that is some people wait until like the last minute and they decide to change their major, which puts them years and years behind, which is not most people's goal. Most people want to actually graduate in the 4, the 6, or the 8 years. So being put years behind is just not in the plan, and most times it's annoying, because now you gotta pay money, which college is very expensive. I don't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And it's time consuming. So like, you know, college, your calendar, your schedule is gonna change like all the time. So yeah, changing your major is okay, but make sure you're still gonna graduate in your goal time. Unless you don't have a goal time or you got a lot of money, do what you want to do. The next piece of advice is a piece of advice that I myself need to take, which is to make new friends. In my college, I only have one friend. His name is Kendall. Love you, Kendall. And I knew him in high school, so I don't really feel like that's making a new friend, because I knew him. So I don't really know anybody on my campus, which is why my public interview was so awkward, because I don't know anybody on that campus. But I definitely need to make new friends, meet new people, because I'm very introverted. I can go through the whole day by myself and be great, which is what I do. I'm always by myself on campus. So yeah, I think I want to branch off and become more friendly. but I know I probably don't look friendly because my face is always like this. But I really am. I'm nice. I'm cool. Yeah, say hi. I say hi back. So yeah, make new friends. You know, this is supposed to be a life-changing time in your life, and I just feel like I'm still by myself. It's great. The next piece of advice is to keep up on your exercise because people be gaining weight, and the freshman 15 is real. I've seen girls who have been petite their whole lives start to gain like weight because when you go to college, there's so many places to get food, and around the like 10-mile radius of colleges is dang near every fast food restaurant, which makes it easy for you to just be like, you know what, I'm not about to eat that. I'm about to grab me some McDonald's. I just got to work, I'm about to grab me some Taco Bell. I just got to work, I'm about to grab me some Jordans, which is not good. And you grab that and you don't exercise, and now it's the end of the semester, you done put on 30 pounds, and that's not it. You don't want to do that. But my coach from high school warned me about that. He told me that he done seen girls blow up, and that's not the way to go. So make sure you stay up on your exercise. I've seen boys gain weight too, so this don't just happen to girls, this happens to the boys too, so keep that in mind. The next piece of advice is don't start new habits that are bad for you, i.e. drinking excessively or drugs. You know, the obvious. A lot of people when they go to college obviously start doing drugs, start drinking. Don't let that be you, because that's not a good look, and most people who do that, they start slacking. Now there are some people who are functioning and can't do it, but you don't even want to get to that point where you're functioning and, you know, can do it, because that's not healthy either. So don't start bad habits, and don't start habits of like, I know I have this habit right now that I need a break of me not wanting to study, because I just think it's just so redundant, because I'm in class for like 3 hours and now I gotta go home and study this same crap. But you want to pick up good habits of right after class studying, not having to pull all-nighters. All-nighters are not healthy either, because that just means you haven't prepared yourself over the course of time, or the teacher is not really preparing you, which is a thing. Some teachers really don't prepare you for them tests. They don't. So you have to pick it up on your own. So yeah, keep that in mind too. The next piece of advice is professors can drop you from their class to make good relationships with them. I know some people who were like on the brink of getting cut from, like getting dropped from their teacher's class, the professor's class, but because they had a good relationship with them, they didn't get dropped. But the professor just was like, ain't no sense in dropping you. You a good kid. You do what you're supposed to do. So in college, I was gonna say high school, but in college, you only, even though you're in college and you can still do, you basically do whatever you want. You can leave class whenever you want, come to class whenever you want. Most classes still have an absence scale, which means you can only miss X amount of days, and then they'll drop you from their class. So building a good relationship will make it so they don't care about them absences, girl. You didn't feel like going to class, they ain't gonna trip, do you? Some teachers already don't care anyway, little professors. The next piece of advice is everybody is sleeping with everybody, so practice safe sex. Now, I know a lot of my subscribers and people on here on YouTube are going to big colleges, which are like 40,000 plus. That does not mean that everybody is not sleeping with everybody. So practice safe sex, use condoms, get tested regularly. You know, just be smart with who you decide to sleep with. Get tested with your partner if you got to. You know, do what you gotta do, sis. But like, don't get caught up in them love circle, triangle, webs, crap things, you know? Be smart with who you sleep with. The next piece of advice, which I think is very important, is depression is real, and you need to know when to identify it so you can fix it. When I went to Purdue, I was about to start going through depression because I just didn't want to be there. That's not where I wanted to be. That's not where I was supposed to be. So like, I'm happy that I knew when to identify it, so that I did get out at the time that I did, and I am in the place I am today. Because I could have been a semester behind, and that would have stressed me out, because who wants to be a semester behind? Nobody. When you could have been on time and be at the school that had your major. So knowing when to identify depression is very important, because it can lead to bigger things such as suicide and drinking and drugs, which also leads to some deaths as well, like overdose and things of that sort. So like, just know when to identify that you are not okay, and it's okay to be okay. Most campuses have things like therapy sessions and things of that sort, which are very good to have and available to people who are going through those types of things, especially if it runs through your family. I know on both sides of my family, thanks mom and dad, depression is real. So I'm happy I knew when to identify it, and I'm happy that I had a good support system behind me who allowed me to just be okay with it and make me realize it's okay. Good thing that you caught it before it went any further, because you never know how far it can go. And be there for your friends who go through depression, man, because that is serious. And when you don't feel like you don't have nobody, is the worst thing ever. I couldn't imagine, but I know it gotta be terrible. So yeah. The final piece of advice that I have is to have fun. These are the next 4, 6, or 8 years of your life, maybe even 12, depending on what your major, neuroscience or something like that. So you need to have fun. You need to build relationships. You need to network. Do everything. Have fun. Some people join frats, some people join sororities. Have fun. But also know why you're there, because you don't want to make it into something that people be like, oh, you still in college, you ain't got no degree. It's been like years, you still ain't got no degree. Even though they can't judge, because college is harder than what some people think, especially the people who haven't been. They probably think it's a breeze. In reality, it can be stressful there sometimes, not because of the course or the workload, but just because you gotta be there, you know, and things do happen. So always keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope this was good enough college advice for you guys. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Also, make sure you share this with all the incoming freshmen that you know that are going into college this fall semester or whatever, so they can know, okay, this is what I need to look for, this is what I need to do. This is gonna help me a lot. So yeah, I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.
She like the way that I get in her draw. No, she a freak, she a beast with her jaw.